It's time now for the Pair Channel 4 o'clock news for this Thursday afternoon going into Thursday evening, March 19th, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pete the Wiggins here at your 4 o'clock news headlines there. And our top story at 4 o'clock here is insist that statements about Arab voters were not racist, and that he is proud of being Prime Minister of all Israelis, Arabs, and Jews alike. As Benjamin Netanyahu said, he's in favor of a two-state solution, but circumstances must change. Police in Tunisia moved to arrest 9 people connected with a terrorist attack on a museum, as a British woman was named as one of the 20 tourists killed. The investigation of millionaire murder suspect Robert Durst is going national as a police hunt for evidence and other victims. The agency's handling unsolved murders that have links to the eccentric real estate heir have reached out to their counterparts. In the first upset of the 2015 NCAA tournament, UAB knocked out number 3 Iowa State 60-59 in Louisville, Kentucky. Here, in another upset here, UAB stunned Iowa State in Louisville, Kentucky 60-59, and another upset special. It is Georgia State over Baylor 57-56 in the men's basketball championship West Regional second round at Jacksonville, Florida. Here. And other scores around the NCAA tournament here. Arizona State cruising over Texas Southern 79-57 with 7:19 left in the second half in the men's basketball championship West Regional second round at Portland, Oregon. Here. It's halftime in the men's regional championship Midwest Regional second round at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is Butler 26, Texas 24 at halftime. Here, 59 seconds left in the first half. It's UCLA 30, SMU 27 in the men's basketball championship South Regional second round at Louisville, Kentucky. Northeastern almost stunned Notre Dame, but Notre Dame held on for a 69-65 victory over the men's basketball championship Midwest Regional second round at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In New York, Target Corporation has agreed to pay $10 million to settle a consumer class action lawsuit in the wake of its 2013 data breach incident. In Aden, Yemen, there was some brief bursts of gunfire in the distance as they boarded the bus from the terminal to the plane in the tarmac in the airport of the Yemeni city of Aden. With a deadline only days away, negotiators said a deal to curb Iran's nuclear programs continue to debate the most important issue and haven't been circulated in draft agreement, a senior State Department official said on Thursday. Gunmen with automatic weapons stormed into a restaurant in Sweden's second largest city, killing 2 people and wounding about a dozen in a shooting, and police said were likely gang-related. A judge on Thursday refused to release testimony heard by a grand jury that declined to indict a New York police officer in the chokehold death of Eric Garner, arguing that wasn't a good enough reason to make the secret information public. In Phoenix, an Arizona ex-convict appeared in court on Thursday, accused of killing 1 person and wounding 5 others in a shooting rampage that began at a motel in suburban Phoenix and ended with a capture 4 hours later. In this courtroom sketch, George Zarnoff depicted between defense attorneys while the boat in Waterways captured sits on a trail of observation during its federal death penalty trial in Boston on Monday, as remains of the pressure cooker bomb and laptop files shown to the jury in the Boston Marathon trial today. The GOP-led House Budget Committee Thursday gave party line approval to a sweeping balanced budget plan, but the measure faces a rewrite next week to overcome the opposition from the party's defense talks. President Barack Obama, who has beamed in low voter turnout to a contributing factor to Washington's dysfunction on Wednesday, floated a possible solution to get more people to the polls, making the law requiring Americans to vote. Starbucks announced Wednesday that it will start delivering its customers in select parts in New York and Seattle later this year. Greenback firm versus euro after biggest fall in 6 years, as Fed's statement far less hawkish than market expected. Here, take a look at the stock market report down 17,959.09, down 117.10, SP 528.9.28, down 10.22, and Nasdaq 49.92.38, up 9.55. When Charlie Sheen was fired from 2.5 Men, many commentators were quick to latch into his increasingly bizarre antics in his government memoir. So that happened. Sheen's men John Cryer writes about his fellow co-star on 2.5 Men. Following the footsteps of Elton John and Ryan Murphy, the Queen of Pop Madonna speaking out against designers Domenico Dulce and Stefano Gabbana's insensitive comments about same-sex adoption and IVF pregnancies. London, One Direction's on a one-man down in his world tour as the boys band publicizes a stress. Zayn Malik is flying home to Britain. A polar bear dragged the Czech tourist out of his tent as he slept on a remote Arctic island, clawing in his back before being driven away by gunshots. Researchers say that Chemifex colonicin, an early crocodile ancestor, was probably a dominant predator in the Triassic. Michigan State University's Dr. Terry Taylor and her team have been discovered the cause of death in children with cerebral malaria, the deadliest form of the disease. In London, the tobacco industry makes $7,000 for each of the more than 6 million people who die each year from smoking-related illnesses, the health campaign group World Lung Foundation said on Thursday. Conakry, the number of suspect Ebola patients in Guinea have more than doubled from last month, the health ministry said on Thursday, highlighting the fourth phase of the epidemic after dipping cases in early 2015. Oh wait, let's take a look at New England Insulars here at 4:06 here on this Thursday afternoon here. In Winthrop, Massachusetts, at Main Street and Winthrop Street, a pedestrian struck by a motor vehicle and requests a second ambulance to the scene. And the U.S. Attorney's Office says 8 people have been arrested in following a long-term investigation of trafficking of heroin and cocaine in the Keene, New Hampshire area. Lowell, Massachusetts, in a motor accident. School Street at Brent Street, a crash with injuries. And in Manchester, New Hampshire, motor vehicle accident roll over Lake Avenue at Maple Street. Sears report vehicle inside EMS evaluating injuries. In sports news, Boston Mayor Marty Walsh says that doesn't think former Governor Deval Patrick should be paid for promoting the city's Olympic bid. And after the Miami Marlins breached a new deal with outfielder Christian Yelich on Thursday, the next domino to fall figures to be center fielder Marcell Ozuna. Tonight, the Boston Bruins will be at the Ottawa Ontario, Canada, taking on the Ottawa Senators. Game time 7:30 p.m. as the Boston Bruins are fighting for a playoff final wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference with 4 points ahead of Ottawa. So it'll be a make or break game for the Bruins here. Peter Chell-Newsom, 4-7 to 10.5 for a travel report here. Southwest Expressway on the both ends. Slow from Dorchester down for Quincy. Southbound Southeast Expressway backed up all the way down for the Mass Pike. And 93 on the southbound side. It's backed up from Star Drive all the way down for the Mass Pike. 93 northbound is backed up from the Zachem Bridge all the way up to Medford. 93 on the northbound side. It's backed up from Stoneham all the way up to 120 in the red in here. At 128 on the southbound side, backed up from the Pike all the way down to Needham. Due to an accident on 120 on the southbound side around Great Plains Avenue here. 128 on the northbound side. It's backed up from Waltham all the way up to Wakefield here. Route 3 on the northbound side. It's backed up after Route 62 in Burlington up to Billerica here. 93 on the northbound side. It's backed up from 128 all the way up to Route 129 in Wilmington here. And Route 93 on the northbound side is backed up from 495 in Andover all the way up to Route 110 in Lawrence here. 95 northbound move on slope down in the Newport stretch here. 495 northbound slope from 114 in Andover all the way up to 213 in Methuen here and in Lawrence here. 93 on the northbound side in New Hampshire, low slow down to the Wyndham stretch in New Hampshire. But otherwise, 393, 95 mile on fine here. Spalding Turnpike's mile on fine from Portsmouth down from Rochester. 101 is mile on fine from Manchester to Northampton. And the main turnpike is also around the York section up on the main turnpike northbound in York, Maine here. 495 on the northbound side slowed down from Tewksbury. 495 accident before Route 3 in Chelmsford, so expect some delays here. 495 southbound side is backed up from Littleton all the way up to Bucksburg. Due to an accident 495 southbound before 111 in Bucksburg. And 495 northbound is backed up from 225 down for Route 4 in Chelmsford there. And 298 on the westbound side. It's backed up through Route 9 to the Route 122 in Worcester here. And 95 on the southbound side. A little slow from 140 in Foxborough to Route 495 in Mansfield. 24 southbound slow from 495 in Bridgewater to Route 44 in Raynham here. Route 44 a little slow around Middleburg. Route 28 on the northbound side. A little slow around the Bourne Waterway here. 146 on the southbound side. It's slow but 495 in downtown Providence. 95 southbound sold from Tucket down for downtown Providence. 195 westbound side. It's backed up from Route 44 in the east Providence down for downtown Providence. Here, 95 in the northbound side. It's backed up from Route 10 and Crescent Avenue down for downtown Providence. And 99 in the northbound side. Modified from Lincoln to Woonsocket. 146 Little Slow around Route 99 Lincoln. Jamestown Newport Bridge is modified. Newport Bridge both sides a little slow in the Newport side of the bridge here. And 1 and 7 bridges are modified here. At Route 3 and then southbound side, a little slow around Route 139 Marshfield due to an accident on Route 3 south after 139 in Marshfield here. Okay, let's take a look at our MBTA alerts. Here, take a look at the alerts on the T here and on the subway, Civil Line, SL4 experiencing minor delays due to traffic here. And on the commuter rail, smooth sailing from here. And on the boats, Hingham Ferry, Hull Ferry, and Stand Ferry's modified here. Peter Chell Newsom, 411 here on this Thursday afternoon, going into Thursday evening, and in the 7.5 weather report here. And no hazardous weather conditions issued by the National Weather Service here. For tonight, we're going to have some mostly clear skies, low about 14 degrees, northwest from about 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming light in the evening, wind skill size 21 miles per hour. For Friday, chance of snow mainly after 1 p.m., increased skies about a high near 34 degrees. Calm wind becoming southbound 5 miles by just 50%. New snow temperature less than half an inch possible. Friday night, snow likely mainly before 11 p.m., clouds got low about 22 degrees. Calm wind, chance of temperature 6%. New snow temperature 1 to 2 inches possible. For Saturday, slight chance of snow, mainly with rain in the afternoon. Then graduate and then mostly clouds got high about 43 degrees. And variable wind chance of temperature is 20%. Saturday night, forecast got low about 25 degrees. Southwest from about 7 miles per hour. For Sunday, sun skies high about 36 degrees. Sunday night, mostly clouds got low about 17 degrees. For Monday, sunny to mostly clouds got high about 36, low about 19 degrees. For Tuesday, most sunny forecast got high about 41, low about 24 degrees. Wednesday, most sun skies with a chance of rain and snow showers, mostly sunny to mostly clouds got about 46, low about 30 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. And for Thursday, a chance of rain and snow showers, mostly clouds got about 51 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. North temperature standing at 34 degrees with fair skies. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel 4 o'clock news on this March 19, 2015 on a Thursday afternoon. People, you have a good afternoon. I'll see you at 11 o'clock with a late night sound report. Have a good evening.